Let's face it, the world is full of dangerous things: injuries, war, illness, financial problems. Did you know financial is the adjective we use when we talk about money? With so many dangerous things in the world today, I thought we should do an English lesson on English phrasal verbs to help keep you safe. And today's English lesson is brought to you today completely ad-free by the good people at Elsa Speak. It's early spring here where I live in the United States, so it's a perfect time to get out into the woods and walk along a trail here. The first English phrasal verb I would like to teach you is buckle down. We usually use buckle down when we talk about money, and it means to stop spending money. I don't know about where you live, but here in the United States, gas prices are going up. So in order for me and my family to afford gas to get to work, we need to start buckling down, not spending so much money on other things that we might not need. Look what I found. It's a little amphitheater, maybe, a place where you would come and listen to music. Or maybe a play. Let's sit down and talk more about buckle down. You can also talk about buckle down when you're starting to get more serious about something. Maybe you haven't been studying English as much as you should. You might tell yourself, hey, I'm gonna buckle down. That means you are going to start studying English more. You're going to start getting serious about English. The most common place you'll find a buckle in English is on somebody's belt, but buckle down really has nothing to do with belts. I mean, sometimes when you're saving money, you might say you need to tighten your belt. Maybe means get a little thinner, not eat so much. But if you hear somebody tightening their belt in English, it means they're going to stop spending money. We also have the verb to buckle, and that means to get a little bit lower or to sag because of some weight. Think about snow, think about winter, and think about a roof. If the snow gets really heavy, the roof might sag or get a little lower. We might say it buckled under the weight of the snow. It's usually not a good thing if something buckles, it kind of breaks a little bit. The next English phrasal verb is rest up. This is something you do when you start to feel sick or you don't have enough energy. It's like take a rest, only we use the word up after rest. Let's say you've had a long week at work, you're feeling tired. Your friend asks you, hey, do you want to go out Friday night? You might say, no, I'm gonna stay home and rest up. Or maybe you start to feel like you're going to get sick. Well, you might tell your boss, hey, I can't come into work today. I'm gonna stay home and rest up. The next one is bundle up. And when you bundle up, it means you put on more clothes. And you might do this for a couple reasons. Maybe you are staying home. You're not feeling good. So you stay home and rest up, but then you start to get a fever. A fever is when your body gets warmer. So instead of shivering cold, you might bundle up. You might put on an extra sweater, or maybe you might even wear your jacket inside the house. I don't know about where you live, but here in the United States, gas prices are going up, like we've said, but also the cost to heat your house. Energy is going up. So this winter, my family and I, instead of turning up the heat, we might just put on an extra sweater and bundle up. Save money that way. Ooh, there's a pond down there. This time of year, we might find some frogs in that pond. Let's go see. We have to be very quiet when we're sneaking up on frogs. That's a bonus phrasal verb. If you're sneaking up on somebody, you want to get closer to them without them knowing. So you're going to be very quiet. Let's sneak up on some of these frogs. If there are even frogs here, I'm not sure. I think it might be just a little too cold for the frogs to come out yet. Maybe in a couple weeks, we'll come back and check on them. The next English phrasal verb I would like to teach you is stay put. This is what you tell someone when you don't want them to leave or you don't want them to move. Let's say I'm walking with a friend. I'm not. I'm totally alone. But let's pretend I was walking with a friend and maybe my friend falls and injures their leg. I might tell them, hey, stay put. I will go get help. Their leg could be broken. I don't want them moving and getting hurt even more. I hope I don't get injured when I'm trying to cross this bridge. All right, looks like I'm clear. No injury. I'm not going to have to stay put and wait for help. Now there's another English phrasal verb that's a lot like stay put, and that is hunker down. When you hunker down, you're also not moving. You are not going anywhere, but that's because there is a threat outside or nearby. So unfortunately, there are wars going on around the world. And if you hunker down in your house, that means you don't want any bad things to happen to you that are around. You are going to stay in your house and hunker down, and hopefully nothing bad happens to your house. The same can be said for a storm. In the United States, we get hurricanes, we get tornadoes, we get bad weather. So instead of going outside and getting injured, maybe on a snowy road, you will just stay in your house and hunker down. I used to teach in the state of Alabama. That is in the southern part of the United States. And guess what? That part of the United States gets a lot of tornadoes. One day at the end of school, we got a tornado warning, which means we had to stay put. We had to hunker down. School ended at 3 p.m. But because we were under a tornado warning, we couldn't leave and the students couldn't leave. We stayed hunkered down for like 2 hours. Luckily, a tornado never came. It never touched down. The tornado, it's like a swirling storm, usually pretty small. It starts up in the sky, and it won't hurt anybody if it stays up there, just that swirling air. But if it touches down, that means it hits the ground and could cause some damage or injuries. Now would be a great time to tell you about the fine folks at Elsa Speak, one of the best apps to help you with your English. A couple weeks ago, I asked in a poll, what's the hardest thing about learning English? And nearly 70% of you said speaking. Well, that's what Elsa Speak specializes in. I mean, it's in the name of the app, Elsa Speak. And my favorite place to go in Elsa Speak is the conversation part. They have a whole lot of different game types, but I like conversation best. So as I'm scrolling through the app, there are tons and tons of different conversations you can have. And guess what? You don't even need a language partner or a tutor. It's all right here on Elsa Speak. Let's try this one. Common English slang. Let's go to organizing a party. Who doesn't like a party?
Hey girl, what are you up to Saturday?
Hey girl, what are you up to Saturday? I'm throwing down at my place this Saturday. Wanna come? Notice that reduction there? That's how native English speakers speak. Want to come? No, we say wanna come. Let's try it out. I'm throwing down at my place this Saturday. Wanna come? 87%. Maybe I can do better. A great thing about Elsa Speak is that you can have the app speak to you.
down at my place this Saturday. Wanna come?
And you can listen to what you just said. I'm throwing down at my place this Saturday. Wanna come? Take a look. In the description, there is a link for you to get a 7-day trial for free. If you like what you see, take advantage of the 85% off a lifetime membership or 40% off a year-long membership. Another bridge to cross. The next English phrasal verb I would like to talk about is leave be. Sometimes we put a pronoun in between the leave and the be, like leave it be, or leave them be, or leave him be, or leave her be. Leave it be usually means like don't touch it or don't bother them. Let's say one of my children has a cut and that cut is trying to heal, but they keep picking at it, they keep scratching it. I might say, hey, leave it be. Another way to say, don't touch it, let it heal. Maybe you have a coworker who is in a bad mood. They're just having a bad day. Another coworker comes up to you and says, hey, what's wrong with that guy? I don't know, just leave him be. Another way to say, don't bother him. Number 7 is save up. We've already talked about how the price of things are going up. We usually use save up with money. Maybe the next iPhone is coming out that you want. What is it, the 13 or the 14? And maybe you need to save up for a couple months. That means you are going to cut back on your spending. You are not going to spend as much money. You can also talk about save up for energy. So maybe you're not feeling great, or you just have a little bit less energy than you usually do. You could save up your energy for a couple days. You might rest up for a couple days, then you can go out and have a good time because you've saved up your energy. The next English phrasal verb I would like to teach you is step up. Now, you can literally step up. Actually, there might be a step or like this rock here, and I can step up on it. Please don't make fun of my dad's shoes, but I'm going to step up on this rock. I'm a little bit higher, I took a step up. But when we use the English phrasal verb, of course, we don't literally mean somebody stepping up. It might mean to volunteer. Let's say your boss needs a little extra help at work, and he or she is asking, hey, can somebody help me? He or she didn't say a name of anybody, they are just looking for a volunteer. You might step up. You might say to your boss, I can help. You volunteered. The boss didn't ask you to help. They just wanted somebody, and you chose to do it. You stepped up. With all of the wars and hunger and bad times in the world right now, a charity might need some money, and you might step up and donate some money. Nobody forced you to pay that money to that charity. You stepped up and offered your money. The 9th English phrasal verb we might use to keep you safe is look out. Look out. That usually means something is about to hit you. Maybe you're driving in your car, you have a passenger in the seat next to you, and you don't see a car coming the other way. Your passenger might say, hey, look out. That's a warning to you that something bad is going to happen. You know, I'm a teacher, and every day we go outside and the students can play. We call that recess. Well, guess what? Every day at school, there's usually a basketball or soccer ball that comes flying by somebody's head. We will often shout, hey, look out. Or you might hear this. I think only native English speakers use this, but heads up. That's a bonus English phrasal verb. But if somebody is about to be hit by a ball, that they can't see, you might hear somebody yell, "Hey, heads up." And that means, like, when we do this, we duck. I'm ducking right now. I'm getting a little bit lower. You might know the bird, the animal, a duck, but you can also do it as a verb, and that means you get lower, you duck, or you might duck down. Oh no, speaking of ducking down, I have to duck down to get under this branch. It's across my path, so hopefully I won't get hurt, and I need to duck down to get past this branch. The next English phrasal verb to keep you safe is cut back. That means you are going to do something a little bit less. So maybe to keep yourself a little more healthy, you might cut back on sugar. You are going to eat less sugar. You could also use this in a financial way with money, and maybe you cut back on your spending. You just don't spend as much. If somebody is very careful about the way they spend money, we might call them frugal. That's a really nice way to say someone is careful with their money. If they are careful with their money and you want to be mean, you can call them cheap. Cheap doesn't sound as nice as frugal. I hope this lesson is going to keep you safe. If you're looking for more lessons with English phrasal verbs, right up there is a playlist for you. Thanks for watching. See you next time.